We're here with the all-new 2018 BMW M5. Now, we're here at the Circuit Estoril in sunny Estoril, Portugal, where in 1996, the last Formula One race held here was won by Canadian Jacques Villeneuve. A little piece of trivia I learned today. Now, this M5 is the very first M5 to offer all-wheel drive. But not only does it come standard with all-wheel drive, it's their very first all-wheel drive system where you can send all the power to the rear wheels. And that's a lot of power. We're talking 600 horsepower from a 4.4 liter turbo V8, 0 to 100 kilometer an hour times of 3.4 seconds. Now, top speed, 304 kilometers an hour. It's one of the fastest sedans on the planet. Speaking to BMW Canada folks, they say that 93% of all BMW sales in Canada are X-Drive models. Now, that includes a good percentage of even M models that offer the M X-Drive version on the SUVs. Now, but this will be the first M model to offer all-wheel drive, and it's not quite as much of a risk as it may sound like. So not only do the M X-Drive models already sell well, but also the BMW M5's prime competitor, the Mercedes-AMG E63, has offered all-wheel drive for the current and last generation version. So it's something that, although purists may not be crazy about, it's something that even the majority of M5 owners will certainly appreciate, having that extra all-wheel drive security for when they want to drive in the wintertime, up skiing, far distances over the winter months. It just offers that extra layer of security that buyers in Canada obviously appreciate. So, with a high-performance sedan like this, you'd think, wow, rough, tumble, high revving. You'd think so. BMW, traditionally, the M cars have had that reputation of being very hard edge, very performance focused. But not so much this one. So this one runs on a all-new architecture for the M5 that's also shared, not only unsurprisingly with the 5 Series, but also with the 7 Series and even some Rolls-Royce products. So in this car, luxury is very well taken care of, and you can tell that as soon as you step inside. So the M5 comes with an 8-speed automatic, and so they've managed to make the 8-speed automatic not only comfortable in the city, but also super quick on the racetrack. It's interesting, the differing philosophies between M and Mercedes-AMG's high-performance division. The M used to always be the hardcore performance product, whereas the AMG used to always be the comfort-oriented one. AMGs have become more hardcore, M's have become more comfortable. They're starting to meet closer to the middle, but really this BMW M still has the edge when it comes to that all-out performance, as well as being the only one that offers rear-wheel drive, or at least the rear-wheel drive mode, as well as the all-wheel drive security. So if you notice, the shift paddles here have these funny red buttons in front of them, M buttons. So usually those M buttons, you can choose exactly how aggressive throttle response is, suspension settings, as well as the steering feel. So what's different with these buttons is that BMW didn't want you to have to dig through menus in the iDrive to get to your favorite settings. One press of the M1 button, and it'll save all of those settings to your preference every time. So yes, it defaults to a comfort setting, which is quiet, comfortable in the city, which BMW knows the majority of the customers paying this much, over 6 figures obviously, final prices haven't been announced, but paying this much for a luxury sports sedan, even those customers are looking for luxury in their everyday. But what these two buttons offer is instant access to exactly the type of performance they want, and right away. So you can actually set them just like you set your radio presets. You set up the car how you want it. M1 is your favorite. M2 could be your significant other's favorite. And you're off to the races. Press it, hold it, and whenever you want it, it's right there. So they do this, they say, because let's say you're in Europe and you come up to a fun roundabout, hit the M2 button on the steering wheel, you can go tail out, rear wheel drive, looping around a wet roundabout, and then hit the button again, you're back in comfort mode to cruise through the city. It really is the best of both worlds with this car. I'm Michael Bettencourt for autotrader.ca.